It's special guest time, and so pleased to be able to welcome this young lady back because it's been a while. I mean, she's missed my birthday, she's missed Christmas, she's missed everything else in between. Although, to be fair, I've missed hers as well. It's Carol Decker. Carol, lovely
How
to see
are
you.
you? Yeah,
I'm,
lovely to be with you again after such a long time. Yeah.
yeah, it has been a while, to be fair, hasn't it? It has been a while, yeah. But to Pal, very much back, very much, very visible everywhere as well. Obviously, we've got a new single, which we've been playing lots of, and the new album and the tour as well. It's a busy, busy time.
It is, especially as we're doing everything ourselves. We've, me and Ronnie have produced the album, written all the songs, co-written a couple with some of the musicians that we work with. And then we're doing all our own social media now, and we've had it pressed. It's all been delivered at the house. I'm signing. We've done one, excuse me, 1,000 limited edition numbered and signed vinyls
Ah,
all over that. And if I can tell our dear listeners, I'll get all this out of the way. Everything is on tapow.co.uk, so you can buy the album there. A different interview would be what streaming's done to the income of musicians, which is why we're selling it direct. So please come to us, and it supports us and keeps us going. So ticket links, all information, ridiculous merch. I'm doing merch. You can even buy the classic I've given in. There's the China in your hand mug. But most importantly, our brand new album, Be Wonderful, is on tapow.co.uk.
yeah. So, who is that on the front cover? Is that anybody that we know? Because it's obviously a very young
Lovely little
person.
girl, isn't she? She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's me when I was 10.
Oh, I did wonder, but I didn't like to assume.
Yeah, no, that's me standing in the cul-de-sac behind my Auntie Mary's house in Stevenage
Oh,
in
right.
the 60s. Yeah.
Blimey, blimey. Did you always want to be a singer? Did you always want to be a pop star? Is it something that you actually grew up knowing that that was what you wanted to do?
Not specifically. I was always singing and
Mm.
could always sing and was quite a precocious little kid. I would always burst into song, and I don't particularly remember it, but when I was little, apparently I would just burst into song on buses in Liverpool, where I was born. And my Nana Decker had a fruit and veg shop, and I used to stand on the counter and sing to people, and they'd give me money, probably to shut up. But yeah, but I didn't think, oh, I must be a singer when I grow up. I don't think it occurred to me like that. And then as I got older, um, I went to a very sort of straight-laced academic girls' grammar school, and you were sort of pushed into the more traditional things, and
Mm.
stuff like the arts and music were more like hobbies, accomplishments, more than, no one ever said, why don't you be a singer? So when I was 22, I went back to art school.
Hmm.
Um, and as a mature student, I went to art school, and meeting a different kind of person, very eclectic people into all sorts of different things that I hadn't encountered before. And someone said, you have a great voice, why don't you go and sing? So I went, okay. And she said, I'm going to a party at the weekend. My friend Julian, he's got a band. They were looking for a singer. Come along. So I went, met Julian Ward, auditioned for his band, got the job, and I was on my way. That was it. At the
Wow.
old age of 22. Yeah.
I can completely get the whole kind of being steered down a normal path, shall we say.
Mm.
I remember sitting in school in careers lessons like we all did. Do you remember when the teacher used to come around the class and go, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And, you'd have the usual ones of a policeman and nurse and everything else. I said, I'm going to be on the radio, sir. And they went, no, Englefield, what are you really going to do? I'm going to be on the radio. See me after class. To be fair, he came up to me some years later and said, do you know what? Out of all the people that were in that class that day, you're probably the only person who's actually doing what they said they were going to do.
Yeah, well, I thought I wanted to be a journalist,
Right.
but I fluffed my A levels really
Ah.
badly, and so I didn't get my place. Back then, you had to go to journalism college
Hmm.
and get your National Council of Journalism qualifications and all the rest of it, and I didn't. And but I think I just said it for something to say. Really, I don't think it was what I wanted to be for the longest time, or do. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Now, well, these days, of course, you are still singing, still performing, and that's where you are most at home. It has to be said. You always look so happy when you're up on stage singing. It's almost like that is your happy place, I think, isn't it?
It is. Once I'm up there, I usually dread it. It's like, and as I'm getting older now, all the traveling really does you in. So I'm sort of like, oh God, another show, and I'm really grumpy. Then you get some gig and the dressing room's crap or something, you know. But as soon as I'm on the stage, bing, you know, that's what I'm there for. Oh, now I know I'm here, yeah. And the audience are fantastic. We've
Yeah, they are.
got 3 gigs under our belt. The Be Wonderful tour kicked off on the 10th. It's UK wide, and again onto pad.co.uk if anyone's listening and they fancy coming to a gig, have a look. But we've done Leeds, Basingstoke, and London on Sunday. So we've got 3 and under our belt, and the audiences have been fantastic. They love the new songs, and they're queuing up at the merch desk and buying the new album, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Well, it's so important these days, isn't it? Because I mean, obviously, back in the days of China in the Hand, Heart and Soul, and so on, it was very much a case of the money came from the record sales, didn't they? And the tour was there almost to promote the record, whereas
Way around.
now it's almost the reverse of it, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, and again, as I say, that would be a different interview as to
Yeah.
what's happened to the utter crumbs that artists get. If you're not in the top 2%,
Yeah.
so you're talking Madonna, Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, you know, the rest of us jobbing musicians, streaming has decimated our income, and
Mm,
everybody's entitled to make a living out of what they do, you know.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, now you only make money if you're performing live, and sometimes your record's almost like a loss leader, you know. And I've just joined a petition to protest about venues charging extortionate commission on merch. We usually negotiate out of it, but a lot of young bands, they barely break even. If you know, it's racketeering as far as I'm concerned. I've designed my merch, I've paid for it, and I'm bringing a team member to sell it. You know, why do you need to commission it? And we've brought all the audience to your venue, and would you like, if we're sharing our stuff, can I get some of your bar takings? Thanks. You know, I'm on the warpath about this at the moment, because it's really hard. It's really hard to make a living out of music at the moment, and it's just not right. You know, people love it, and we all deserve to make a living out of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I have had very long conversations, very in-depth conversations, and have gone on one or two rants myself about streaming platforms and so on. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's the wrong way round. They make all the money, and you get. I mean, if you stream 500,000 times, then you might get enough to go and buy a jar of coffee or something. Um,
Yeah,
and it should be the other way around. It
oh,
should
yeah,
it should be that the bulk of it comes to you, because without you and people like
exactly.
you,
And
they wouldn't exist.
recently, artists like Gary Newman and Bonnie Tyler, you know, Gary Newman obviously Cars and Bonnie Tyler Total Eclipse, they've revealed this. They said, here are the streams I think it's in the billions possibly, and the
Yeah,
money was negligible.
yeah,
So currently we're on Bandcamp,
yeah.
and so you
Bandcamp's great. It's much
yeah,
better. Yeah.
and it's a great community, and we get more money. So
Mm.
if anybody wants to download the new single, for example, Read My Lips, go to Bandcamp, and I'll actually get. I could always buy a round of drinks in Henley with a Bandcamp download.
Yeah,
So it's
that's a huge difference, though, isn't it? It's a huge difference.
a large glass of rosé, £1 or something. I know. Yeah,
That's it's been 11. Is it 11 years since the last album?
it has. That's dreadful, isn't it? Sorry, folks. Yeah, I
Yes.
haven't really been focused on writing for a long time. I've been gigging,
Yeah.
very happy gigging. The live scene's been phenomenal. All the festivals, my own shows, huge orchestral tours, cruises, you name it.
Mm.
And I had a family, 2 kids, a dog to walk, washing to do, been busy, you know. And finally, kids are in their 20s, and Roddy and I thought we'd sit down and write a record.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, why not? You've had other things to do. You've had bits and pieces, but it's bizarre, isn't it? How you wake up one day and suddenly go, actually, it's been that long since I did that.
I know, I know. Just wasn't in the mood. I don't have a big, meaningful explanation for it, really.
So we got to talk about China in Your Hand, because obviously that's the first song that everybody thinks of, and I can imagine that at times it drives you mad, but also by the same token, it actually allows you to still do what you do.
Yes,
It's a
exactly.
big anniversary for it next year, isn't it? Have you got any major plans for it?
We intend to tour British Spies next
Ah,
November, hopefully, which is when it was at number one. The album
yeah,
was number one, and China was at number one. And there's some songs on it that we have never played live.
really?
Yeah, they were just studio songs, just too complicated, and we didn't play them. So I'm probably saying something I'll end up, well, Yeah, start again, Carol. Try and play it in its entirety. So we're going to have some production meetings and see if we can, now with the software, you know,
Yeah,
where you can put certain things on track, so make the songs sound like they sound on the record.
yeah,
Everybody's doing that now, you know. So I think there's some songs we could revisit on Bridge of Spies and make them work now with all the software and the toys that are available. Yeah.
yeah. Well, keep us posted on that. But obviously, everything will appear on tapal.co.uk anyway, won't it? As and when you can confirm all the bits and pieces.
Exactly, yeah, and there's all the links to our socials as well. So I'm always chatting on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. You can find me, you know, and we will keep everyone updated.
Yeah, but don't keep her talking for too long, because otherwise we'll be waiting another 11 years for the next album. So
No, I'm going to try and make it less time, definitely.
yeah, yeah. So how pleased have you been then with the reaction to Read My Lips? Because I mean, it's, as I say, we've been playing it from day one, and it's instantly recognizable as to Pow, but
Yeah,
also feels very 2026 at the same time, if that makes sense.
yeah, it does. It's a real earworm, isn't it? So
Mm,
the backstory to Read My Lips is I started the backing track with a fantastic musician called Anthony Clark, who I was working with at the time, and he was actually on keyboards for Tapao for a few years. And we never finished the song, and then when we went our separate ways, like a lot of musicians do, and but I would always listen to the demo, always listen to it, and I just thought, oh, I really got something. And I kind of had the verses and stuff like that written lyrically. So I played it to Ronnie and I said, this is great. It shouldn't be wasted. You know, as we were thinking, as we were collating songs for the album, I said,
yeah.
we need to look at this backing track and talk to Ant, you know, about using it, get permission and make sure it's all cool. And Ronnie came up. I can't take any credit for the chorus. Ronnie came up with the chorus. The read my lips, I got something. He came up with that. I did all the verses and the middle eight and everything. Um, and it's just so catchy. And some songs come together really quickly, and other songs it's like, oh, I'd rather be at the dentist. This is so, you know, agony. It takes you ages to think it through and get it right. Um, but Read My Lips came together very, very quickly, and it's just a stonking rock song in it, and it does sound like Tapao. One of the things that makes Tapao sound like Tapao is I tend to do all my own harmonies, so I layer my voice and get a very specific sound. So that's,
Ah, right.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Does that mean you're a bit of a perfectionist when you're in the studio, and you insist on being able to have the control of things like that?
Um, yeah, I wouldn't say I was a perfectionist. I'm probably a control freak.
Hmm.
It's better because Ronnie thinks I'm lazy because I'm a vibe merchant. I'm like, yeah, that feels good. That's good. I'm happy with that. And Ron's like, we call him Columbo because there's always just one more thing, you know, and it's like, oh, for God's sake, just stop. It sounds all right. You know, it sounds great. So, but between us, we managed to get it done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what's next? Because obviously you're kind of in a little gap now in the tour for a few days, but it is only a few days, isn't it, before you head back off out again? You're all over the place, Sunderland and Glasgow and Chelmsford, and then Liverpool. Which would you get to go and see any of your old friends back in Liverpool while you're there?
No, I don't have any friends in Liverpool because
Oh, right. Okay.
I left when I was 7. I've got some cousins and stuff that come to the show, but no, I haven't got any time off. Like I said, we're doing the album ourselves, so I'm signed the 1,000 limited edition signed and numbered. Guess who's doing that? Guess
How
I
many
was
have you
doing that
done?
before you and I started this conversation. I should start. So, like I said, I have a signature RSI. So no, and then we have to do all the social media posting, put up the pictures, show everybody how good the gig is doing, the tour is doing. I'm talking to you in a minute. I have to go on to Greatest Hits Radio. I've been up and down to London doing. I did Channel 5 sent a camera crew to the house yesterday to do Dan Walker's live news. So there's all the promo going on the days off,
Yeah,
and I need to rest my voice as well. So you know,
of course.
there's a lot. There's a lot going on the days off. But they're not
Yeah.
days off. They're not
Of course not. Of course not. I mean, well, it's wonderful to have you back and sounding so fun. And I know you've never really been away because, like you said, you've been doing I mean, the 80s orchestral things have been fantastic, haven't they? Working with the orchestras all over the place and adding a new depth to some of the songs as well, which has been
Oh, I
fantastic.
love it.
Yeah.
To work, you know, I did Piano Room last year with the BBC Concert Orchestra. I'm so in awe. proper musicians who can read music and everything, you know. I can't.
Does that mean at some point there might be something that you could do like that again, actually record it and maybe put it out for the rest of us to actually be able to buy?
Good idea, isn't it? That's a good idea. Do something different. Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Yeah,
That's okay. You can credit me, all right? I won't even take a percentage.
no,
All
I'm
right?
not giving you any money because I hardly make any anyway. So.
Carol, absolute pleasure to have you on the program. It's been way, way, way too long. Please, please, please come back again soon. But before you go, first of all, please introduce the new single and also remind people where they can get the album and all the brilliant merch as well.
Okay. So everybody, you can get our brand new album, Be Wonderful, directly from us on tapow.co.uk. And there's a ticket link if you want to come to one of the shows, if something's near you. And this is the lead single. It's called Read My Lips.
Brilliant stuff. Carol, thank you so much. Seriously, thank you.